So how did you sort of find something in yourself to figure out what to do?
So that's true. Like, I definitely felt like, even procedurally, like I didn't always know what I needed to do. So it really depended what the situation was. If I felt like comfortable emailing a mentor or a friend that had done something similar, I would. But you don't want to be calling that person. You don't want to become a leech onto your mentors or your friends. Like, so I joined the professional organization, and they had like a new members division as well. So I kind of spread out who I was asking. You know, for the things I would call the court sometimes. I would say, I'm a new attorney. I know this might be a silly question, but, you know, I would talk to the clerks at the window at the court and just make sure, I said, you know, I just want to make sure this is right, or if they had said something was wrong, I would really try to understand what exactly was wrong. There's practice manuals. So, like, for my practice area, I got the practice manuals. They're online oftentimes, so you don't need to buy it. But I really needed to have, so I found that I could find, ultimately, I could also post to, my professional organization had a forum that you could post to on the wall of this website where people would get back to you. So between all those different resources, I did feel like I could ultimately find it. And if I couldn't through that, I realized that there just was no answer out there sometimes. Like, if you were trying to do something that was really novel, and you would just sort of have to go into court, and the judge, you know, I've had times where the judge has said, well, I've never heard this before, like, I don't know what we'll do here, you know, and it's just kind of like, okay, well, what are we gonna do? So I think that you just have to realize that if you've exercised, you know, really do your research though. Like, my professional forum, they would yell at you on the wall if you posted a question that had already been previously answered. So I'd always say, I did all my homework, I looked at everything I could, and I still can't find this. Can someone please help me? And 90% of the time, you know, someone would get back to me, and sometimes they would say, you know, there's really no clear answer on this. And, you know, at a certain point, you just have to realize that there really is not an exact answer out there, and, you know, it's a living practice, and you're going to just, you can admit in court, you know, that, you know, you've looked into this and you're still unclear, and the judge will often, I think that all people will respect you if you sort of are really honest about it. And, you know, you're going to make mistakes, but that's sort of a part of being human. And I feel like if you do your research, you're not going to make like a horrible mistake that's going to be a malpractice mistake. It's just going to be sort of something small. So I think that's a part of the practices. But then you learn from your mistake. I mean, I went into court and the judge said, you are familiar with this. And I sort of said, well, I am now. So, I mean, you're going to have those moments. It's only natural. I think even if you were at a big firm and you were doing something, your mentoring attorney there might start to tell you. But, you know, you're going to come back and say, this is what happened, and you're going to learn from it. So I think it's only natural that as a newer attorney or newer in a practice area, there's going to be things that you're going to kind of be exposed to that you're just going to make some mistakes, but it's okay.